This is Catching Exceptions, and today I'm going to introduce you to a pillar of the Sitecore community in Brazil, Eduardo Moraes. Thank you for sitting with me. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Brazil. I grew up in Curitiba, which is a city in the south of Brazil. And I came to Ottawa, Canada about 12 years ago. So most of the work I'm doing in Canada, but I did a lot of work back in there in Brazil. Yeah.
That's quite a different change. What got you moving up there?
Well, Ottawa is an exciting city in the sense that Canada is called the Silicon Valley of the North. So it's maybe you guys don't know about that.
I've heard of it. Yeah, yes. I've heard that.
And in the IT,
you're getting a lot of investment.
Oh yes. It is really exciting. So there are some very good companies over there. So I went over there with my family. We decided to live in Canada. I love Canada. And
what actually got you started in programming? Were you young? Were you older, college? What is it?
I started programming when I was 12 years old. I had this small ZX Spectrum, which is a British, computer, 8-bit. It was the first colored computer in the world. Can you imagine that? And that was back in the 80s. So I could do basic programming there, so basic language. And it was so cool to create my own video games, my own PC, ATs, etc. Up to now, yes.
What did you start doing for work? How did you actually break into the industry?
I started as a COBOL developer in the industry in the 90s. And then in the early 2000s, I started doing .NET development, so development for the web. And started working with content management systems about 2007, 2008, end of 2007, with Sitecore. So I have been doing Sitecore work for the past 11 years, yes. Data templates, they make sense to me, the way the content's organized, the content tree, and everything that's being added on top later, like personalization, etc. So it does make sense, so it appeals to me. And the API gives you freedom. You can do pretty much whatever you want with the tool, yeah.
For me, I didn't have a computer, but I had lots of Legos. So it's like Legos for me. I'm just, build anything. In Brazil, you have a pretty large community. I've interviewed Rodrigo. There's Diego. How did you, tell me about the community down there.
In Brazil, there's a community for Sitecore that's growing up more and more. And they do have their own Sitecore user group in Florianopolis, which is great. I remember when I got started with it, I was the first Sitecore MVP for Brazil, and I got the guys like Rodrigo and Diego and Victor and other folks into the Sitecore world. So that was really good because it started there, and it's growing more, and there's a space for more developers over there as well to join this community and learn more about Sitecore. So I really hope that more developers in Brazil will be involved as well.
So we're here at the symposium in Orlando. Mm-hmm. You're presenting.
Yep.
What are you presenting on?
I presented on content migration with my colleague from Avanade, Julie Tios. We're explaining how to have a process that can save you 10,000 hours of work if you do it right, from content strategy, all the content audit that you need to do, and you need to make sure that you are only moving to Sitecore that content that makes sense for you, the content that's actually helping your customers to achieve something. They are getting to an outcome that is expected. So if that content fits that, so it should go to your site. And then how do you automate all that process of getting a content from a legacy system, a legacy CMS loaded into Sitecore and save time? Yeah.
It's a big task.
It's a big task, yes. I love it. I did content migration a few times. I wrote content migration scripts a few times, and I love it.
Is there anything you want to leave the community with a message?
Yes. Keep it simple and smart. Don't overcomplicate your code and your projects.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So that was Catching Exceptions, and you just met Eduardo Moraes, Group Manager at Avanade and Sitecore MVP. Next time you see me, we're going to be getting to know somebody else. Till then, hang loose.